Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I am your host, GameChanger. All right, so for those of you who are looking for my last response to the election results, it is on my members only. So if you haven't already, go ahead and become a channel member where you can view that and other interesting topics that is too hot for regular YouTube. All right, so I was watching a guy, I think his name is JD, something like that. And he went over a light-skinned dead woman's post. And she's had something interesting to say about a date that she received or a date that she was on. And I was like, oh, wow, this happens. And it really got me thinking about how much women don't know how beauty works for a man. They have an innate understanding, meaning that they have like an unconscious understanding that they can't quite put into words. That's why they act the way they do, especially the pretty ones. That's why they preserve and guard and piecemeal their beauty. It's not open for general consumption as we would like for it to be. So they do have like a rudimentary understanding of it, but they just can't put it into words. And it's interesting. Her reaction to this, the way she was just like in a tornado, in a daze of misunderstanding of what happened with this date with an average guy. That's what I'm going to give this guy. That's how I'm going to describe this guy. I'm pretty sure he was an average guy, a regular guy like most people are, like most men are. What's going on, Sweet Melody Media? Yeah, I'll play the thing for you. But before I get deep into that, I'm going to play the short of the day. I had to find the short of the day real quick. And this was the one that's most appropriate. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. All right. Look at this. Just look at this. Little girl, so adorable. That is just like, first of all, you see something like this. You see, you see a clip like this. You see a photo op like this, and you gotta think. And I know what you all are thinking because I'm thinking this. And you got to think about how many ugly kids she rejected. You got to think of all the ugly kids that she didn't give a photo op to. How many ugly kids did she not want to be seen hugging? Like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't the only kid that came up in their Nikes to give Kamala Harris a hug, to give what would have been the future president of the United States and current vice president of the United States a hug, and first female vice president of the United States a hug. How many kids actually wanted to give that hug, and how many kids actually got the hug? But only this one got the photo op. Just saying. Just saying. You gotta think. I think like that. I'm thinking like, I wonder if I was a kid and I did that, would it have gotten edited out for this more adorable kid? Just saying. All right, let's have a listen. Damn it, Melody. Okay, I mentioned this on my last show. Okay, before I play the short of the day, I'm going to address Sweet Melody Media. That will never happen. Men don't want women in charge. Okay. Melody, how many men in your life want you in charge? How many men have came to you and asked that you be in charge of them? And I'm not talking about like in direct terms. But how many men have offered to be in a subordinate position to you? They literally ask, and you told me this. You told me this on your show. They literally ask to lick your feet. No, like I say, not directly. They don't come up to you and say, I want you to be in charge. But they literally ask to lick your feet. Am I correct? So it is safe to say that they are comfortable being in a subordinate position to your feet. Listen, y'all listen to me good. Never have I ever licked feet or booty. Because as you say, I'm not comfortable in that position. I've never licked feet and I've never licked booty. I bit in the outside part. Absolutely. I like doing that. I like biting the I don't deal inside the crack, but I bite the outside part, but that's not a subordinate position. I bite it because it's scrumptious. But let's not pretend like, we don't live out there where men just feel comfortable in that. That's ridiculous. All right, moving on. And yeah, I see the truth in this. All right, moving on.
Look at you. How are you? It's our first time meeting, but it's a wonderful. She's been talking about you. Come here, let me see you. Tell me, what's going on with you? I love you so much, Pebble. We fight, we win.
You already said that. Something is suspicious. Something is suspicious about this clip. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to show y'all what I mean.
You're kidding me. You are kidding me. Come here. Come here. I'm voting for her. I'm so proud of you. You make me feel so inspired. My goodness.
Thank you.
See, she don't know what to do. I don't think she knows who she is. I think that little girl was told to come with that catchphrase. That's why she did it twice.
Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
And now she's ready to go. That's her polite way of saying, let go of me. I think you're going to lose. So yes, that is an actual thing. This happened. All right, so shout out to Kamala Harris. Better luck next time, I guess. What do you say? What do you say to somebody in that situation? You're still young, I mean, you could run again. Hey, live to lose again. If you don't listen to people and what they want, then it's just gonna be this way. And next time you're gonna have to actually win a nominee. So yeah, it's one of those things. But enough about politics. Let's get into this chick. And by the way, just so y'all know, I would like to get into this chick. I make no secrets of who I would like to smash on my show, regardless of how I feel about the crap that is spewing from their mouth. I make no secret of that. And she is one of them. And when I display her, you all are going to see why. Let's get into it. Actually, before I do that, let me do this. Let me go to my own show and do it that way. All right. So hit the like button while I do things. Give me a second. Oh, I didn't mean to press that button. All right. I meant to press. Oh, dang, she got booty too. So I'm looking at her Instagram while she's on the other screen, and I'm looking at her Instagram while I'm doing this, and I didn't notice she had booty too. The person that I'm going to examine today got that too. But anyway, go to my other channel. Then let me see if it's there. Nope. See, I can't stand that. So this is the shadow band. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Okay, so not that one, but this one. Okay, so here, let me remove my face from it. So listen, this is me logged into a separate account looking for my own stuff. Now, notice how Danica Marie, shout out to her, Edward Anderson, they're lit in red, but mine's is blue. Like we're 10 minutes in and this is still blue. It's supposed to show red in broadcasting if I'm live so people can know to come to my channel, but they don't because YouTube don't like me because I'm an ugly kid, because I'm an ugly baby, like the one Kamala's refused to embrace. That's why. Okay, now it's there. Never mind. All right. Anyway, let me go to the regular one. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, so I'm about to have a vulnerable moment. I rarely do this. Don't make me regret it. Okay? I'm gonna let y'all know my business. Just a little bit. Okay, so let me tell y'all a story about how I will never give a nigga that's not in my league a chance ever again.
Okay.
So you know how guys be like, listen, I swear, like, you ever give me a chance, I'm gonna really show you. I don't fall for those guys, right? I like what I like type person. If you didn't get me within the first 10 minutes of me talking, you probably ain't never gonna get me, right? So there was a gentleman that had been reaching out to me, when I tell you, for over 10 years. Over 10 years in my DMs, talking to himself most of the time. Within the past 3 years, maybe I might have given him my number through Instagram because I was having a vulnerable moment. And
okay, I want to talk about the vulnerable moment thing for a second. I don't recommend guys wait for vulnerable moments. If a woman that you are attracted to have a vulnerable moment, okay, full disclosure. It's a short window. Let's start there. A vulnerable moment is a short window. What am I talking about? I'll tell you about a time that that a woman that I was attracted to, even though I really didn't make it apparent, she, like this woman, was so fine that she knew regardless. Some women are so attractive, they like, listen, I know you're attracted to me. And because we were at the workplace, I made a point to make sure that the women that I, quite frankly, wanted to smash didn't know that, to avoid any awkwardness. She didn't bite. She made it clear, like, listen, I know you want this box. Let's be clear. Let's stop pretending. I know you want this box. So one day, out of nowhere, sitting down minding my own business at my cubicle, and she comes up, starts rubbing my shoulders and say, what are you doing this weekend? Now that weekend just so happens to have been the weekend that my partner was having a birthday party, right? My partner was having a birthday party, and I was like, I'm going to the homie's party this weekend. You're welcome to come if you want to. She was like, nah, no, thank you. I was like, well, we can get together next weekend. And she was like, yeah, we can get together. Wrong. Of course, I seen her again, but that moment of vulnerability was that weekend only. It was that Saturday only. It was like, listen, this is the moment of, this is your only window of opportunity, game changer, and it is closed. That vulnerability moment is over. Sorry, it's over now. It's over. So it's like, okay, I'm willing to consider this dude today. That's what a moment of vulnerability is. And she had one. And she only had one after 10 years of chasing her cats. Fellas, do you know how many times I'm in a chick's DMs? Hardly ever. Like, I mean, in really, before I became GameChanger and I set up the whole GameChanger Instagram and stuff, I was never in it because I didn't have an Instagram. I don't have a personal Instagram, you know. Like I respond, like I'll talk to Danica or something like that, or Melody, on some show stuff. But no, I am not. I don't like peruse looking for a pretty face so I could stalk them for 10 years. Do you know your messages just fills up her DM box. And you got to do it like every day for 10 years, hoping for a moment of vulnerability. Don't do that. Don't do that. Have some dignity. And if you don't have any dignity, lick Melody's feet. Like, all right. Anyway, let me play this.
And we've had conversations before. We've met in person. I just was not interested. Okay? It got to the point where he was so resilient, so persistent, that I was like, maybe I guess I'll try. So whatever, he ended up getting my number, and now he's talking to himself in my DMs and texting me every morning, sending me prayers every morning.
Oh.
A scripture. Okay? I love that. And if I went through.
Oh. I don't think I've ever sent a prayer. He's praying for that booty.
Really emotional time last year. So like little stuff like that was really hitting home for me and touching my soft spot. So he got cool points for that for me. For whatever reason. I don't really know how my brain functions and why I was allowing certain things to go on, but I did, nonetheless. So here we are. I started being like, hey, if I'm in town, I'll hang out. He started being like, hey, I am going to send a flight for you. Come hang out with me. I want to show you that I want to marry you. And I used to respond like, hey, bro, every nigga says that, right? Every nigga wants a piece of you until they get you and then they're gone. No, I'm going to marry you.
Okay, pay attention. She said every nigga says that. And yeah, I could see that. But what she doesn't realize is that they actually mean it at the time that they say it. I'm sure that you are significantly prettier than the guys who are saying this are handsome. So to be in that position, they of course are going to say that. And they mean it at the time that they say it, but that's because they don't know you. And you're probably not an innately bad person. I do think that society is constructed in a way for you to be a bad person. Because you kind of grew up in a world where the world considers you and you don't have to consider the world, which is not a good recipe for anybody. And this happened to you from a very young age, possibly even prior to puberty. So, I think that has really just made you a person to where guys would want to marry you. They want to marry the idea of you. And that is, they look at you and they project the ideal personality. Their imagination of you is filling in the blanks of what they would like to a woman to be, and it is within tolerance of your physical attraction. I'm not saying that they imagine you, cooking, cooking grits every morning or something like that. I'm saying that they imagine you having a personality that they can tolerate because of your beauty. Hit the like button, people.
You're my dream woman. So now I'm like, all right, it's cool. I could go to a wedding with him. I like going to weddings. I like meeting people show up because I enjoy things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I start considering actually flying to go see him And now I'm like on his page picking him apart. Like he'll send me videos like, "Hey, I went and got my teeth cleaned. I know how much you like to get their teeth clean." I was like, "Okay." At first, he's like, "Well, I smell real nice. You know, I like that sort of stuff too." I'm like, "You know what? He's so nice. Let me give him a chance."
Holy
So I'm
crap.
looking on his page, like looking at his teeth, looking how tall he is, looking at his body, and then I go, "What's up with that hairline?" And I look past it.
Okay. See where the bar is set here? You know, because the teeth, the body, it seems like everything else was okay. It was within tolerance. And then the hairline thing came into play. So what that means is that she's looking for the entire package, including the hairline. Now, as a man with a crispy hairline myself, I feel for this brother. For what control over that does he have? Teeth and body are things that he can control, and he's doing so, within reason, according to your own statements. But the hairline. Now, a lot of this is sour grapes, meaning that, after the fact, it's like, oh, yeah, she's looking for a reason to do, because I do that too. You look for imperfections for something that you can't have any longer, just to make yourself feel better about the fact that you can no longer have it. That's just something humans do. Hit the like button.
That should have been my telltale sign. I'm looking at all his videos. It looks like he has like a freaking painted on hairline, and I still went against my better judgment. Yeah. So even after all my investigative work of that hairline, he got me. This is how he got me. I went on that boat. When I went on that boat, I got real bored. And really, I don't want to say lonely because that wasn't the word, but I was just like in need of some type of energy, right? So he's messaging me while I'm on there, and I was like, you know what? I fly back to Houston. I get back to Houston when I get there. Pull up. You live very close to there. Pull up. He was like, oh, I got this, that, the third on Sunday. I was like, well, don't blow your opportunity. And
This broad actually said it. Imagine the arrogance in a woman's tone. Listen at the arrogance in her tone. Don't blow your opportunity. That's how she sees herself, and it's not. I wouldn't even call this entirely arrogance on her part or unjustified, because you were in her inbox for 10 years. So she does have a right to say that this is your opportunity. I know that you have been waiting on this opportunity for 10 years. Do not blow this opportunity for whatever you have going on this weekend. She did make, that is something that he made clear to her. And she is just building on that energy. Like, listen, this is your opportunity. This is you only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to go. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You got to push yourself. She knows that. She knows that, and that's where they're at. A point blank period. So it's partly his fault for letting her get to this point, but he wouldn't have had an opportunity otherwise. So it's a lose-lose.
I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to take this opportunity. You're giving me a window of opportunity. I'm going to take it. He's like, I'm going to drive down there on Saturday, stop drinking with you at about 9 o'clock, and then drive back at 5 in the morning so I can make it back for X, Y, and Z on Sunday. I was like, hey, baby, whatever you choose to do, that's your business. Thirsty, right?
She's calling him thirsty while dating him. Unbelievable.
Don't make a long story short, when I got off that boat and got back to the house, he was in Houston waiting for me. And I was like, just pull up to his house, like, just come hang out. I didn't realize by the time he got there how tired I would be. So now he's at my house, my mom's house, and I am exhausted. I can barely keep up with the conversation. He's tripping. He's ready. Yeah? It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I am pooped. All right? But he's still there, not leaving, not catching none of the vibes. that I'm clearly not being myself. Make a long story short, I get up and go out. We go out. We go to eat, and then we go to drink with my cousins and my friends. There were so many signs in the night.
Oh,
so
crap.
Many signs that I should have just took my black ass home. But I chose to stay the night with him because I felt like, he drove all the way here. I could at least stay right now. That's the least I could do. Boy, at 36 years of age, I'm still dumb as hell. Dumb. So, stay the night. I wake up at like 8 in the morning. He's gone. I knew he would be gone. Let's also, when we got to the hotel room, obviously we showered. Baby, I've never once seen this man without something on his head. That's a bad sign, right? Like you wouldn't put a do-rag on or whatever that was his business. You wouldn't put that thing on your head to protect your hair. Cut it out. That hairline is on the struggle bus. I already know it. It has to be. It can't. There's no other alternative. Anywho, I called him like when I woke up because I was hungover. We had a little slight conversation and he was like, hey, I got to handle XYZ. Okay, go handle your business. I have not heard from that man since.
Okay. Put it in the chat room why y'all think that is. All right. One of two things happened as far as him sleeping with her. He either sealed the deal with her, he got that box that he's been waiting for 10 years, or he didn't. And we're going to discuss both possibilities. Let's just say he didn't. She obviously didn't. At that point, he's come to the conclusion that it's never going to happen. She's just not that interested. And, she's sleepy, she's tired, and this fantasy has not been fulfilled. It hasn't been. It's a wash at that point. And that's one possibility. And, it's a strong possibility that happened, but it's an even stronger possibility that he did get it. But it was more of a, here you go, I'm tired. Here's that thing you've been waiting for 10 years. Here, you can have it. And he finally got it. And then he had that clarity. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Hit that button. He had that clarity. He had that clarity. He spent 10 years of his life. He spent a decade of his life unclear. And then he had that clarity. And you want to know what happened during that clarity? You want to know what he realized in that clarity? Is that it's always going to be like this. The relationship, he didn't see that before the clarity, but he sees it now. It's always going to be like this. She said to him, don't miss your opportunity. She sees herself as an opportunity. He is, and if he got what he wanted, and he did, he will forever be indebted to her. If he was in a relationship, she will look at him as someone who always owes her something. Like, listen, don't understand this, put it like this. It will never be just a natural part of the relationship. It's always her doing him a favor. And in return, she can demand anything she wants of him. He's seen the relationship with that clarity. He's seen the relationship going in that direction, which is not a direction. Y'all remember the movie The Best Man? Y'all remember Shelby and Dude at the beginning of the movie, and she just, bossed him around and stuff like that? He understood that it will be like that indefinitely.
He did exactly what I told him he would do. And I really hate that for him because he's dead to me. Dead, bitch. I called him a couple of times after that to cuss him out, and he acted like he was just so busy with work. So busy with work and his child that he just couldn't fathom having this conversation right now, and that he would call me back. He called me back one time while I was asleep, and I have yet to have a conversation with him. Baby, he has since gotten the "you are dead to me and you are a fucking loser" text message. which I have not heard back from. I also think I blocked him, so I won't be getting that correspondence back from him. But I say all that to say, to you nice guys out there that, you were hoping that one day I might give you a chance. I'm not interested in it.
He's not a nice guy. And that's a common misconception that a woman like this would have. He's not a nice guy. He's thirsty and he's average in physical appearance. That doesn't make him nice. That makes him, in your eyes, unqualified, unless it's under extraordinary circumstances. It's somebody that you settle for, but you assume that because I guess nice guys aren't your preference. You assume that guys like that less desired guys, are somehow nice. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, yes, he used to send you Bible verses and scriptures and stuff like that. That doesn't make a person nice. It doesn't. Common misconception.
Anybody, if you're not my type, I'm not even entertaining the thought of talking to you. He ruined it up for all of you.
He didn't ruin it for me. I'm not in your damn inbox. That's how she sees herself. Do you know how obnoxious that would be long term? Like, think about how obnoxious that is. Like, yes, I am your opportunity, regular guy. Don't ruin this opportunity. What the hell?
Welcome. Thank you for joining my TED Talk. I am done embarrassing myself for the day.
All right.
Hey guys.
Thanks for that.
I'm weird.
Okay. Now let's look into this. It says maybe he misrepresented you being tired as being completely uninterested. She wasn't completely uninterested, but she wasn't interested enough. And he didn't want to be in a relationship with somebody with loose interests. So is what it is. Was she not completely interested? He didn't he didn't misconstrue anything. He was right on the money. Yeah, she's like, listen, I'm not interested, so you have to make it convenient for me. I'm doing this as a favor to you. So, because of a moment of vulnerability, so you should take advantage of this. It says, that means the box wasn't good. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And I know she's just trying to throw a little bit of shade or try to sound interesting, but no, it's not a matter of if the box is good. Like, most boxes are good, especially if it's attached to an attractive woman. Hit the like button. Some men just like the chase and Jesus. No, he don't like having to wait 10 years to smash. Some men just like the chase and are just meant to stay fans. I don't think he's a fan any longer. But this is how they look at you. Look at this chick. She's probably attractive too. This is how they see you. And once again, you won't catch me on Instagram liking bitches' pictures because of this. Like, oh yeah, you're just a fan. Like, I mean, okay, they look down on the people because of course you're thirsting after her used panties. So how much respect can she have for you? It's unfortunate for this guy that it took that clarity for him to come to that conclusion, but nevertheless, yeah. Bro played chess. I played chess and it don't take me 10 years to get a checkmate. And if it did, I wouldn't consider that a victory. Y'all are sick and predatory. Okay, that's an extreme. I'm curious to know, how is that a win? Yeah, I am too. Because he stayed in it and eventually hit. That's not a win. I mean, okay. When you look at cost benefit, and by the way, in most Latin America, you can have this. A regular guy can have this in most of Latin America because the way she look is so common that she's not going to be as arrogant at all. And she understands that her beauty is worth $40. I think the price may have changed. since I last been to like the Dominican Republic, but she understands that her beauty is worth $40. And I'm not saying that she's selling it for $40, but she do understand that he can have a woman that look just like her for $40 at any time. So she's not walking around conceited like that, And I'm pretty sure a guy would just spend $40 before he waits 10 years. So, the mentality has changed, and yeah, it's not that type of party. She's that way because she's here. Sounds to me like you started to like dude. She just wants what she can't have. Like, what he did was he took away that illusion. He took away that plan B illusion that all women have. All women have a plan B, dude, in their inbox or just in their circle somehow. All reasonably attractive women have like a fallback plan. Like, okay, if things go completely awry, I can just pick this guy. And that is what she did. So her plan B failed. Her plan A is probably some jawline dude, and off shirt dude with a hairline to boot. Like, that was her plan A. That didn't pan out. So, she went to her plan B, and that didn't plan out. That's why she's upset. Not that she was interested in this guy or respected him as a, respectable mate that she could submit to, but no, she was supposed to be the fallback. It's kind of like a young person who's applying to different universities. So they applied to Harvard, and then they, applied to, I don't know, Arizona State or something like that. Harvard says no. And it's like, dang. It's like, well, at least I have Arizona State. But then Arizona State says no. And now you are, and now she's dealing with that. That's what this video is really about. Is someone going to tell her exactly what? I'm confused. Okay, let's see. He got to know her and wasn't. Yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody who's watching this show right now, hit the like button. And everybody who's watching this show right now got to know a piece of your personality. And Jesus, we don't want that long term. We may, and even those who think that they can tolerate it long term, that's because they haven't had sex with you yet. Because after that, they stop thinking about the juice and they start thinking about the squeeze. Does he know he has 30 minutes? What does that mean? Okay. You played with this man's ego for 10 years. You created this enemy. Okay. One more accountability. Big facts. He gets the W. Thank you. Facts. Those who get it. Okay. All right. Sometimes when you meet people in person, they are not who you thought they were. So he probed, decided it wasn't for him. Also, leagues are a real thing. Okay. I love the fact that you thought you were above him and he hit you and quit you. That's what it sounds like. Yeah. Dang, she is not liked. The wall is undefeated. She's 36, yes, but her physicals are still intact, at least as far as I can see. Oh girl, they did. Oh girl, they do you the worst for the less. For less. As soon as you gave him a chance, you put his. Okay, so now we have this sisterhood talk. When a man be begging you for a date and you finally give in, their whole agenda is to humble you. I think that they have a different agenda regarding their penis. Okay, let me see the ones that she responded to. Okay, here we go. She probably did something and didn't realize it. Saw this coming from a mile away. LOL. She's the creator. Her name is AP3. What does that mean? I won't ever give them the type of chance again, ever. Again, ever. Those be the ones that try you to your core. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Okay. She only sees fault in him. I been had wanted you. Who is this chick? Oh, she's a cutie. Let's see. Drea Simone, blah, blah, blah. Oh, she has a YouTube channel. Okay, let's see.
Trying this trend in the guy that I like.
All right, music. Never mind. All right. I'm not going to explore her too hard. Because there's another video that she did that I have to explore. But here, let me stop sharing for a bit. So I can find it for you. Oh, actually, let me share this part with you so y'all can see like her whole page. All right, so she has the booty too. All right, but she did a follow-up that we're going to discuss.
And I prefaced it with "Don't piss me off," but of course the comments are pissing me off. Now this one I can understand. Like, I appreciate this, and what I really can appreciate is everybody's perspective, right? Like, I've gotten a lot of insight. Maybe he did feed off of my energy. This was my initial thought. Like, he didn't like the energy that I was giving him because my mom was listening to our interaction and she was like, "Babes, every time he would say something to you, you would redirect it back to your niece." But I was like sleepy on top of like being hungover. So if you ever been hungover, you know that you can like have a scatterbrain, right? I felt very scatterbrained and I could not fully interact with the conversation. So maybe it was a force, but also like people are saying like he tried you for 10 years. Maybe he was just trying to humble you. That is a possibility. There's tons of possibilities that I can entertain. People saying, "Oh, he hit it and quit it." We didn't even have sex. Jesus Christ, holy. You know, like, tranquilo. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I really don't care enough. I just thought that was a really funny story to tell you guys. And
Okay. Once again, she may or may not have had sex with this guy. Her reaction would suggest that she did more with him than she would like. And she could be so conceited that, just giving her time and, letting their thighs touch at night when they sleep in the same bed in a hotel, is enough, or is too much. But nevertheless, there is something. And now she's concerned. She's concerned about what she did wrong. You see, though she's still an attractive woman, she has declined since her maximum physical attraction. And she realizes that she's 36 years old. She's like, okay, I've hit a new low. Now she's starting to evaluate herself. Now she's like, what have I done different and what can I do differently? because this, because once again, my plan B has failed. So now I have to reevaluate, which is smart on her part. So she reads his comment. Maybe he misinterpreted you being tired as being completely uninterested. And she's like, something, maybe I did. Now remember, she responded already. Like she called back. So this was a full rejection, by the way. Once she said that she called back and he didn't pick up, he's ghosting her. He's saying he's busy. He's working. He's dealing with his daughter. This is the same guy that was in her inbox every day for 10 years. He can't be that busy. So once the excuse, he was completely uninterested and she was still interested. She's like, I called him to curse him out. You didn't call him to curse him out per se. You called him to start an argument, which is a dialogue, so you can figure out what went wrong. That's what you did. You wanted an explanation on what went wrong. So even if, you wasn't going to come at him in an improved way, because you wasn't, and that's because you still feel that you're doing him a favor, so you don't have to, improve when you're doing him a favor. But you did want the edification, so you can apply that to other men, hopefully somebody in this chat room. That's what you actually are doing.
And it did hurt my feelings to a certain extent because we've had so many conversations and all I really wanted him to do was communicate that. Hey, if you didn't like me, Adrian, the vibe wasn't really there or what I expected. So, we can be cool, but X, Y, and Z. The way he ended it, I will never speak to him again. Ever. Like, even if he tried to come back and apologize.
Well, I mean, the feeling is mutual. She still is on that. He missed an opportunity. I'm never going to speak to him again. She's still on that. It's possible this guy is married and you just fulfilled the fantasy of his. I just thought about that. But anyway, he's not trying to speak to you. That's like getting fired from a job and saying, I'll never work there again. Yes, that's how that works. But this is her ego protecting itself.
It's really given he got back with his baby mama, but I digress, He
probably did get back with his baby mama, but something? Because y'all were in a hotel, he probably never left his baby mama. He probably was always with his baby mama. Just saying.
All I'm saying.
And the fact that he was kind of busy when you contacted him, and then you had to say, well, don't miss this opportunity. But it was his daughter's birthday and he found a way to sneak out and, and drive for 2 hours to get some. And then, like the next morning he had to be back home real early. Yeah.
And don't chill out in the comments because y'all are crazy. Insane. Okay. Now, I know I posted this video and I prefaced it with don't piss me off. But of course, the comments are pissing me off. Now, this one.
Okay. So let's see the comments to this. It says, his loss, you are gorgeous to be honest. Okay. No lie there. She's not letting you crack, bucko. All right. And that is true. Well, maybe in 10 years. Dang. So she was 26 when he first tried to hit it. I know she was fine. She was 26 and possibly childless because she has twins. I don't know if they're 10 or not, but when he first tried, she was 26. So she understands that she's not 26 and childless anymore. Me and you have the same issues. It's called I didn't get any closure. And I agree. Nothing more than that. She should have read that one and responded. But yeah, she doesn't deserve it. Players get played. Real talk. What's your skin tips? Yeah, like you're looking at her skin. Cannot focus over your beauty, ma'am. Okay. Have a lick. Hit the like button. I thought this was the case at first, but ignoring you was crossing the line. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure you've done that to a man before. He came from miles away, thirsty, and she let go even more thirsty. He ran into Keisha. Keisha quenched his thirst. Game over for her. No pun intended. Just realized you're actually Keisha too. I didn't notice that. All right. It says, take the lesson you gain experience with everything you do in your life. Just a more kudos to yourself, and now you know. Yeah. Okay, let's see. I just saw a breakdown of the story on a random YouTube channel. Honestly, maybe you seen the same place I did. Yeah. On a random YouTube channel. LOL. Honestly, he did a lot of work for you and you didn't give it up. So he realized he wasted his time and got over you. Ha! Send me to YouTube because what the fuck? LOL. All right, let's see if she responds to anybody else. Either way, forget it. You didn't lose anything, and either way it goes. Yeah, true. But she still wants that closure. That's for damn sure. All right, that's not your friend. Don't say, hey, friend. Here we go. Well, you can't say you knew that you was sleepy and had scatterbrain. That's true. Like, if that's the case, you should have told him that. But then try to justify your actions and say, I'll never talk to him. Why not just apologize on your behalf? That's hilarious to her. That is the realest thing ever. That's the realest thing ever. Let's just say he's not married and everything, blah, 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 blah. That is the best answer. It's like, listen, maybe you should apologize to him. You know that you were a bad date. You know that you were hungover. You know that you were sleepy. You know that you forced him to stop doing whatever he had doing so he could come over at this particular place and time, and you weren't ready. You weren't mentally ready. So perhaps you should say, you know something, you caught me at a bad day. I know you went out of your way, for this window of opportunity, and you don't really have it because I'm sleepy. The window of opportunity that you've been waiting for 10 years, I just came lethargic. So yeah, he has an excellent point here that she laughed at. You are hilarious is her response. Oh crap, that's what she calls hilarious. Okay, so this is the guy that wrote the thing that she responded to. So let's see. Oh Lord, I gotta stop commenting on these videos. I appreciate you not coming at me too hard. I can't afford to get canceled. That's a weird response. Sorry, but you might not realize it, but you gave off red flags. Men putting effort to see you from miles away, and you think it's him when it could have been you. Yeah, you were sleepy and you weren't. Even your mom said that it was you. Listen to the video again. No, listen to it more than once. Oh God, at reading people, I can't tell. I'll be walking on eggshells and I can't be myself around you. Thank God you will never have the opportunity. Ah. Oh, the arrogance, the arrogance. But y'all the ones who blow her head up. You all are making her like this. Wait till I see you. My anxiety can't take this. Okay. That's a personal. Let me take a look. 58,100 followers. Like, look at all these likes. I mean, like, what do y'all expect as far as being conceited. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's an attractive woman, but like there's no reason that 58,000 people should watch her. What is she doing here?
Okay, so I bought this dress off of the.
Okay, watching her because she bought a dress. Like, that's the reason. You think that don't go to her head? You're not doing any favors. How many people watch that dress thing? Let me see. Is it this one? Oh, this one. Okay, so 9,000 people, like all the thumbs up. All this is just going to her head, and it's not getting you any closer. She's just going to look at you as a fan, and that's it. That's it. She may spend some time with you if you catch her on a vulnerable moment and you send her the right Bible passages. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't the only one in her inbox. So, yeah. She's light-skinned. See, that's that bubble. She's light-skinned. So this is what happens. I mean, basically, you know, she's obviously thirst trapper. She's a thirst trapper. You know, and so many guys got into the trap that it built her ego. Now, the thing about egos, and here, let me stop this for a second. The thing about egos is that once they become large enough, they become ravenous. They become ravenous, meaning that your appetite expands with how much is available with you. I repeat, your appetite expands with how much is available with you or to you. The more you eat, the hungrier you get. The more her ego was fed by the thirst, the more it wanted. Now, even though she still has a full inbox and a nice body to boot, it's the attention that she's getting is no longer feeding her, you know, expanded, insatiable appetite. That's why she's thirst trapping. That's why she's out there like this, you know. That's why they do that. And now with the whole rejection thing, that's her twins. Now with the whole rejection thing, yeah, see, that's why she's out with the see-through and the ass out and stuff like that. They need that. Now it's a need that they have for this amount of attention. And it's unfortunate because she'll never settle down, because if she did, she'd have to give up, you know, the small attention of thousands for that of one individual person. It's a non-starter. It's not going to, you know, she's not going to do that. So is what it is. A lot of women are in this situation. Go ahead and hit that like button. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.